presentation about building banking data tools and ETL pipeline, presented by me, Muhammad Arfan. And next, this is like my little profile from Jakarta. This is my Gmail, this is my LinkedIn. This is my portfolio web. If you want to see it, it's actually right here. Like my portfolio, about me, and also there's some project that I've been through, my experience in the college, my awards, and my certificates. And feel free to contact me if you need it. Okay, we move on to my course and certification. As I say, you can see in my certificates in the navbar to see all of my certificates in here. Maybe at least I updated my certificate. And actually, this one about the company. So basically, the company is like a data-driven company that takes consultant in bank if the bank to give their want to give the data to the company, so the company will receive it and processing it, and they later send a like a notification or like some report about the data from the bank. And yeah, that's basically what the IDRX partners. And I also see like the deal activity. Uh, the data engineer who works there, like there are two sessions, the morning and the afternoon one. In the morning, like they have start session until from like 7 a.m. until 3 3:30 p.m. I guess, or 5 p.m. And they also got a break about 1 hour in a noon. And there are the session two, they start at noon, obviously, until uh midnight at 9 p.m. And also they got a like break. That's quite interesting, and this is my project portfolio. Later, I will share it in here. And the data warehouse creation. So basically, we have from the guide of the requirement of the final project, we should make a star schema of the SQL server. And maybe as we can see in here, this is like the database diagram. Wait. Uh, mm, this one. It's actually this one with the primary key and has the foreign key in here, the back transaction, and this called the star schema with three-dimension table, obviously, because the pre-requirement of the final project make us to do that, the dim branch, dim account, and dim customer. And the one fact table, the back transaction act as the primary key and Pascal case conversion as required. And this is the ETL job. I downloaded the talent. Actually, basically the talent is not available right now, but I downloaded from a free open source from the GitHub. And wait a minute, where's my talent? This is my talent. As you can see, there are I configure it like for job in here. The maybe I little bit uh, explain it in the talent. So basically, like from the account and the team account is basically quite easy, and for the load from dim branch to the branch is quite easy because for the data source to uh the data source to the data targeted, or from the input data to the output data is basically the same. There are no change of data type. The row is still the same. So basically, it's easy in there in here, and simple load just source to the target. This is the talent from the database input to database output. As you can see, there are 5 rows executed like less than 1 second, and there's a 5 row loaded into the dim branch and 23 rows into the dim account. Is pretty easy because they have like the same data type and the same data. And after that, the job in customer with transformation. This quite pretty hard in here because as you can see, we have to make the map in here, and we have to set in the three tables from the primary key to the foreign key. So basically, like in the customer, they have the foreign key to the city, and the city have the foreign key to the state city. So if we want to like take the customer with the state, we want to take the information from the customer and the state, we have to take this one to the foreign key and from the foreign key to the state. So basically, the customer is connected to the state with the help of with the bridge of row 2 or the city primary key. So basically, this one has the foreign key to the here, this one has the foreign key to the here. And we can also reverse it if we want to see the state and the customer name. We have to make like join on in the SQL to the row city, to the row city, and after that going on to the customer like that. So basically this one multi-source joins, as I said before, and uppercase transform. For the customer ID in here, there are a lot of uppercase. Combines resource tables, customer city table using tmap with the join key, customer city, city ID, etc. And all the string column like customer name, etc. We will use it uppercase, except the ID, age, and email because it's not a string and it's an integer, which remain unchanged as specified. The result like 20 rows successfully executed in here. And actually, this is the hardest part of the previous job. And as we can see in here, the job load transaction, right, this one. Uh, as you can see in here, is already connected, but I've got an issue in here because sometimes when I want to run this one, sometimes there are an error in the unique row. And it's like I want to explain the flow of how am I debugging this job because it's the hardest job in this project. So basically, I want to execute it in here, the factoring section, but there are an error in the unique row. Because there in the unique row previously, this table is empty. So we go to the previous one, the T unit, and the T unit is empty. So we just press the edit schema and okay. After that, the unique row will pop up all the tables in here. After there are no issue in here, actually there are an issue in each tmap in here. And what is the issue? Basically, like the row account or this one transaction date previously, I input it as an integer. So it will be like I forgot like integer one, this one, and this one. So basically that's false because like the previous data type is date. So the error from this job, it says like we cannot parse the integer into the date. Sorry, yeah. So we have, oh sorry, we cannot parse it from the date into the integer. So we put the transaction date into the date also. And after that, it's fine. We can run it. But there are in the map too. Basically, it's the same from the date and this one because the previously is both of this is integer. So we have to convert it into the date. And after that, we can see in here is in the date number. Same as the tmap 32 because basically we have to parse the Excel and the CSV into the row that needed before we united. After we have like the same column, because like we can see the CSV is separated by the semicolon, we have to separated it first in the tmap tree. After we got like the same column type, like the Excel, like there column, we unite it and we take the unique row and we will output it or insert all the data to the factoring section and it's executed successfully. Next one is the last one is the start. Well, sorry, before the last one is the start procedure. So basically, like this is just we play the SQL in the SSMS. Like example, I want to type like until 23 maybe, and we want to execute, and they will pop up all the transaction between those date. Like example, 16 maybe. Yeah, basically it's just from 17 to 22. As you can see, we can see all the total transaction in here. We count all the transaction that happened in the day and we total amount uh, of how much money of the transaction in the day. After that, we move on to the next one, the last one before I close it is the balance per customer. So basically, we have to select some information like, in the SQL, like the customer name, account type, of course, the balance and the total balance right now, because we want to see the balance per customer that time at nowadays. And we can see we already executed uh the first of all we have to see all the customer in here like Jelly Juwita, Ada Malik, Susi Rahmawati, and we can input it into this one. Example, Shelly Juwita, and the current balance right now is in 114 million maybe. So basically, they may be buying something or yeah, buying something or they buying something. So it goes to 14 million. At example, Adam Malik or maybe Susi Rahmawati. We can type it here, Adam Malik. So basically, yeah, the total balance, oh, maybe they buy some food or go food, so the balance is minus 10,000. And example, Susi Rahmawati. Don't forget uppercase one because we change it. Rahmawati. So the balance is up. Maybe uh, there they got some another income, maybe like for digital or whatever. So the income is so the current balance is more than the previous balance. And basically, we go to this one, start balance for customer. And yeah, thank you. And maybe I make a like a detailed explanation. Oh, wait, sorry. Uh, I make a detailed explanation in here. Like there are some my profile portfolio. And sorry, actually this was my LinkedIn if you want to see in here. And after that, this is my GitHub for like the detail in here. Should be there are the PowerPoint in here, like the final project, the PPT files in here, the PPT file in here, and the asset, and like the how I don't know the dependencies from the SQL Server, SSMS, and the Talent because it's pretty hard because the link from the admin is directed to the another website and I cannot download it. So I download from the open source in GitHub. After that, like the ETL process, this is like the easy one because it just from the source or the input to the output like that. And this one, the quite challenging one and the hardest part. And after that, like the start procedure from the balance per customer. Yeah, and another and we can see in here what the technology stack I use in here and how the flow in here and the asset and the final project of the PowerPoint too. So maybe that's all from me. Sorry if there was a mistake or yeah, you can contact me if you want. Yeah, and good afternoon.